update on what's going on. It's a cool morning here in Mount Vernon, Texas. 60 degrees, and next week is already the summer solstice. Last year at this time it was already hot and dry. This year we've had plenty of rain. But just giving an update on what's going on. This is the kitchen garden. I'm just going to go through and kind of show what's growing and what's not growing. And let's see, we have there's a volunteer mustard. We have some potatoes. This area, I pulled out most of the onions so we can have room for the okra to be growing. Here's some carrots and another okra. Here's a little Kajari melon coming up. Some daikon radish. Some eggplant. The eggplant got hit with the flea beetles earlier. These leaves have the little holes from the flea beetles, but it rebound. It's got some little buds coming up. I think it's gonna be all right. There's some tomatoes down there. More okra. And back this way, some coreopsis. Got lemon balm coming up in the mango. I think I showed you the potatoes in the thing earlier. There's some more lemon balm. There's the volunteer mustard, which I'm happy about. Out front, this is the stevia that's about 3 years old. I just keep harvesting it. When it gets about a foot, I'll harvest and dry. More plants to be planted in the area where I took the onions out earlier. Out front, this is the blackberries. Have been really nice this year. I had to make this cage because the mockingbirds, last year the mockingbirds got every single one of them, but the cage works really good. Out front I have zucchini and tomatoes planted out here, and some okra. There's some zucchini coming up. I've already harvested 2 of those. And let's go out to the main garden. Up here's kale. This kale is from last year and it just keeps giving me little leaves. Harvested quite a bit off of that. There's more kale, more onions. Let's see, out here, planted a lot of flowers this year. Zinnias or zinnias, depending on which part of the country you are from. They are really pretty. Let's see. There's quite a few more daikon radish with a nice backdrop of what a lot of people would call a weed. I think they're really pretty. It's called widow's tears. It has a blue flower, and it's really easy to pull out if it gets too crazy. You can actually buy widow's tears at nurseries. Here's the herb garden. It's mostly oregano, but there's thyme and lemon balm and mint. And the main garden, there's a lot of stuff going on out here. This was the strawberries that are still producing, but nothing like when they're full on. Lots of flowers. There's one of my signs, grow. I am glad I'm doing this because I really wanted to show this. This is the black-eyed Susan, and I've done I've done research on this, and there's not a whole lot out there, but the black-eyed Susan mutates sometimes, and it's just absolutely amazing about what it does. I'm not going to say anything, just look at this. All the way around. Isn't that just crazy? Look at this one. And then this one down here actually makes an S all the way. Oh, look at all those bugs on it. Huh. Interesting. This one actually makes, yeah, this one makes an S. So we go around, 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 all the way back around. That's one flower. What's interesting about these is the stalk. Look at that. It's flat. It's like it's a bunch of them put together. But anyway, that's just something weird that's going on. Anyway, I'm not going to try to explain it because I sure don't know. But they're just neat. Let's see, out here. Oh, look. This is the first time I've seen this. It just now is popping out. Oh. Whoa. That is the, I'm going to put it on the screen right there because I can't remember the name. Autumn something, sunflower. And they're taller than me. Let's see out front. Here is some chard. Another zinnia or zinnia. They're all different. It's so neat. Some tomatoes. Broccoli that I just planted it because I had it, but it's too hot right now. I had to stop because it's rush hour in Mount Vernon. There was like 3 cars during our rush hour. Anyway, there's the broccoli. Here's some kale. And more chard and some peppers. More zucchini. More okra. And then potatoes. And the potatoes are getting close because they're starting to look bad up on the top, which means there's some really good potatoes down there, hopefully. Definitely have moles here. I just try to plant enough for both of us. More tomatoes. Pomegranate is over there blooming, and it might make pomegranates. It has before. Here is the widow's tear weed that some people call, but if you just manage it, it can be really nice. And this is the pathway so my neighbors can visit. Nice little flower right there. Black-eyed Susan. Again, they're just so... The black-eyed Susans are my favorite flower. Not that I'm really big on flowers, but I like them. Yarrow. Here is some more okra and some eggplant. It's hard for me to video and talk at the same time. Potatoes that I planted last year that died with the freeze, but now they're coming back on their own. Potatoes and some onions in there. Here's some Amish paste tomatoes, this is the best. All the tomato plants seem to be having trouble. Every year though, this area they do the best. Let's see here. Kajari melon. Bay leaf. Another pepper plant. I mean, it's just everywhere. Had to wait for the rush hour to go by again. There's an okra down there. Here's a borage. Have lots of borage this year. I tried last year, only had a few plants. Now the borage is just everywhere. Borage. 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 There's a big old comfrey plant that we can just chop and drop right in there here in a little while. It's such a beautiful time of the year. I'll show this part. Okay. This is my place to put your tools. I know it's cute, but it's functional. Okay, pole beans. I'm excited about my pole beans. You guys say pole beans. This is a purple potted pole bean. And I'm going to try canning or preserving better than I have in the past. But they're coming up everywhere. And with the pole beans, I have a Chinese noodle bean that I'm just letting them grow up together. And we're just going to see what happens with that. So we have pole beans. The Chinese noodle beans supposed to get 20 to 30 inches long. I'm sure mine won't get that long. But they look really neat when they're growing and they're hanging down. There's on this side there's a tomato, some okra, some Napa cabbage, which was having a lot of trouble, but now it's starting to come out. Here is the daikon radish that is just, you can eat every bit of the plant on all radishes. And the daikon radish, I've been eating these pods, and they're wonderful. They taste just like a radish, and they're crisp and crunchy. I've saved a lot of those, and I'm even trying to ferment some of them, see what happens with that. Some kale, some more okra. Some more zucchini over here, another eggplant. Of course, some more black-eyed Susans with another one that's doing some mutation. It's called fasciation, something like that. Not that I know what I'm talking about. There's not a whole lot of information out there on mutated black-eyed Susans. There's borage and zucchini again. There's some beets that are not going to do very good right there. It's too late anyway. Some little pepper plants. Over here is, get over here. That is the pole bean trellis, but I really put them on this year. This battery's about to go out. I need to go switch batteries. There's some chard. We're going to walk in real quick. Alright, we're back out at the kitchen garden area. This is sweet potato. I bought some organic sweet potatoes and started sprouting, so you just you put it in the water and it roots. And then it makes all these slips, and when they get about a foot long, I think you just break them off. I always use scissors, but you break them off and then you put them in water, and then these slips, once these slips have roots, there's the roots. Where's that root? There it is. There, see the roots? Then you can plant them in the ground. And you can just have potato vine. You can actually eat the leaves if you want to. They're not that good. and maybe I'm just not preparing them right, but you can eat the leaves. Anyway, that's how you do that. I didn't show this earlier, but this is the end of the snow pea plants, and we're just saving the seed right now. They look pretty bad right in my front yard, but it'll only be for about another week, and then I can take them out. Snow peas are really easy to save seed from. I bought a packet about 4 years ago, and now I have, just saving these seeds, you can have them for the fall garden and the spring garden. Okay, and back this way. Here's didn't show this side. Here's an eggplant, and this is a good example. They all got hit with the flea beetles. You can really see the holes on this one, but I get it's just a season, just a few weeks, and then they're gone, and so that plant's doing good. Here's tomato. This is the purple bumblebee tomato, and then I have a Amish paste tomato there. This is the award-winning Brad's Atomic, and they change all kinds of colors. I had my first Brad's Atomic last night, and truly it really is a good tomato. Plants are really, they have a lot of trouble, and they're very, very sensitive. And this is the one that we're sharing with the birds. They just completely hollowed that out. Down here is Kajari melons and a cucamelon. Kajerkins. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, they make these little bitty watermelon looking cucumbers. And over here is the mustard that we're saving for seed. This is something I need to do today. Lots of mustard seed. Here's some kale that's drying, kale seed that's drying. And over here is the onions that are curing. I have to show off these onions because I've never had big onions before, so I'm excited about these. And these are really sweet ones too. Back out this way, I'm probably done. I just like talking about it. Let me show my little frog pond real quick. It's solar powered, so the sun's not hitting the solar panel yet. Solar panel's up there, but it'll kick on. Anyway, thank you. I love having this garden in my life. It's a place I can go to every day and discover something new. And to think that this was just an empty lot, and now it provides food right in my own yard. You don't have to have a bunch of acres out in the country to do this. You can use your own lawn in the big city or in a small town to grow your own food pretty much year round. I am so thankful.